guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and we have many topics to discuss, but the biggest one is that Liverpool and the Saudi Arabian club where Steven Gerrard is the manager, Al Ettifaqi, have agreed a transfer fee of £12 million for Jordan Henderson, and this news was breaking at halftime of Liverpool's first preseason friendly, which we will talk about later in this video, where we absolutely brilliantly smashed Karlsruhe 4-2, but it was a very weird game, but I think Liverpool played pretty well, especially in the second half. But first, let's talk about Jordan Henderson's deal. Let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about the Liverpool legend Jordan Henderson leaving in this manner? He's entitled to accept the money from Saudi Arabia. It's just ruins a part of his legacy, in my opinion, and also it's quite sad that he can't say goodbye to the Liverpool fans after 12 years of brilliant service, and I applaud Jordan Henderson for what he did to Liverpool and for Liverpool. Is absolutely brilliant. He's the only English captain in England, I think, in football history who lifted every single trophy there is possible to lift. Even John Terry, I think, didn't lift the Club World Cup. Jordan Henderson has won it all, and Fabinho pretty much confirmed yesterday that Liverpool and the Saudi Arabian club reached an agreement in principle, and Fabinho also confirmed that Liverpool will receive £12 million as a base fee plus add-ons and bonuses. The deal has been agreed. Steven Gerrard also spoke to Henderson, and the medical tests will be booked once the documents are exchanged between all parties. And I think it's a good deal for Liverpool. It's great for Liverpool to sell a bench player who is on like £200,000 per week and he won't play a lot and he's in a decline. It's a great deal to sell him when he has still 2 years left on his contract, and also it's a great deal to sell Fabinho for 40 million because we can replace them with younger, more energetic, mobile, dynamic midfielders, and that's exactly what Liverpool needed. Liverpool didn't plan to sell both Fabinho and Henderson in this transfer window, but when the opportunity presented itself, I think it's a great deal for Liverpool. Of course, it's a great deal for Fabinho and Henderson personally in terms of the money that they will be earning. And Jordan Henderson's deal was asked from Jurgen Klopp what he thinks about it, and he said there will be a moment where we probably have to talk about it, but it's not now because the deal wasn't official. And a few hours ago this morning, Dominic King said that Jordan Henderson has left Liverpool's training camp to consider his future after the club accepted the Saudi Arabia club's bid of £12 million. Liverpool considering their options for reinforcements, including Ryan Gravenberch, Calvin Phillips and Cheikh Doucouré, but those are very underwhelming players in my opinion. And it's weird how Dominic King is shielding Henderson or trying to shield Henderson from criticism, but when you dig deeper you realize that Dominic King, the journalist of the Daily Mail, helped write Jordan Henderson's book, so he's pretty much the mouthpiece of Jordan Henderson's camp. He's not doing himself any favors. He's putting his eggs in the Henderson basket and he will be gone soon. The club won't be happy with how he's trying to spin this story for Jordan Henderson. This could result in Liverpool as the club freezing out Dominic King from the inside stories. Because even when Fabinho broke the news that Liverpool agreed the deal in principle with Al Ettifaqi for Jordan Henderson to be sold, Dominic King was making out like Jordan Henderson didn't know anything about it and it was the Liverpool selling him and not Jordan Henderson asking to be sold. I mean, there is no way in hell that Jordan Henderson didn't know about Al Ettifaqi's interest, and there is no way the Saudi Arabian club would even bid for Henderson unless they knew that Henderson was very eager, very keen to join them. And I think we can scratch Doucouré off the list because Crystal Palace asked for £70 million for Cheikh Doucouré, which means basically he's not for sale. He's not worth that much, maybe half. My personal favorite would be Ibrahim Sangare, the PSV Eindhoven defensive midfielder who I made a very detailed video on yesterday. Make sure to watch it after watching this video, because I broke all the details of that story and why there is a good opportunity for Liverpool to sign Sangare. Liverpool looked very light in the defensive midfield department, but because Bajcetic and Thiago still out injured, and also Fabinho and Henderson is getting sold, Liverpool still haven't signed, of course, replacements. First we will wait for these deals to go through, and after Liverpool get the money, then we will see what kind of defensive midfielder we will sign. I think Sangare for 35 millions release clause would be a really, really good deal, and Lavia for another 45 million. I think that would be our midfield sorted for the next 5 years, I think. Why is Dominic King also acting like Henderson didn't agree personal terms with the Saudi Arabian club last week, or like even weeks ago? Henderson already agreed a 3-year contract with Al Ettifaqi, so why is Dominic King acting like Henderson doesn't know about this transfer? That's so amazing that they are trying to do these PR spin stories in the media. The Liverpool fans are a lot more clever than that. They see through these stories and which journalists are trying to be a mouthpiece for a particular player or a particular club or a particular agent. So it's weird that Dominic King basically tweeted out after the game, even though Fabrizio Romano shared that the deal was agreed between Liverpool and Al Ettifaqi, that nothing is agreed on yet and that Henderson is considering his options. I mean, we are talking about Liverpool's club captain, Jordan Henderson. He's not leaving the training camp to consider his future in pre-season. If he was even remotely interested in staying at Liverpool FC, I mean, even if he does stay after all this, his reputation is in the mud. It's tarnished and he has only himself to blame. Jurgen Klopp already said that Henderson asked to go and he got his blessing. So this is some poorly designed marketing statement to make it like it was tougher for Henderson to choose the money. But it wasn't, because as soon as Henderson earned what he was going to earn at Al Ettifaqi, all the morals and everything went out of the window, and he accepted the deal. And he's entitled to it. That's his career, his life. He can choose what he wants, but he's a massive hypocrite. That's all that there is to it. And I mean, I think it's a perfectly valid point that Henderson wouldn't have agreed personal terms with this Saudi Arabian club, and he wouldn't have left the training camp of the preseason tour of Liverpool if he was still considering his options, if he was still considering accepting this deal. Henderson will be very aware of the fan and media backlash of this move, and this move might make him a little bit richer, but money isn't everything, and he would be signing off on his meaningful professional club and international career, and he is losing a lot of respect in the process from a lot of Liverpool fans. You have to understand that the Liverpool fan base is a socialist fan base mainly, especially the Liverpool fans living in the city of Liverpool, and they have a certain set of values and traditions that they want to preserve, and they want the club to preserve the history, the heritage of Liverpool and the fan base. And I'm not sure you can put a price on Henderson losing a lot of respect from a lot of Liverpool fans. Of course, not all Liverpool fans, but a lot of Liverpool fans, I think, lost the respect for Jordan Henderson. But maybe he doesn't care about that, and maybe this is all about the money for Henderson. Hopefully Calvin Phillips and Ryan Gravenberch are smokescreens for other targets. Liverpool have been linked with many players during the first part of the transfer window. We have been linked with Mason Mount and others, and in the end the Dominic Szoboszlai deal came up out of the blue. I think apart from Sangare and Lavia. The others don't fill me with any confidence. I don't think they are worth it. And if Liverpool could maybe overpay a little for Moises Caicedo, that would be fine with me as well. But I think the most likely scenario is we will sign 2 midfielders, Lavia and Sangare or Luis from Benfica. That's another name that I think is much better than Calvin Phillips or Gravenberch. So here is what Jurgen Klopp said in full about Jordan Henderson's deal when he was asked about it after the preseason game. There is actually nothing to say. As long as things are not really finally decided, we don't have to talk about it. There will be a moment where we probably have to talk about it, but that's not now. It's just basically him saying, I will not talk about the transfer until it's official, until it happens. But I think Jurgen Klopp is disappointed in Henderson. I don't think he will publicly come out and say that, but privately he must be disappointed because Henderson came back from the summer absolutely ripped, absolutely shredded. So that wasn't the guy who looked like he wanted to leave Liverpool. And then money turned his head. But I think now that this whole talk about Henderson has been a distraction for Liverpool, and I just want the deal done and finalized, and I want to see the back of Henderson so we can concentrate on the more important matters, which is Liverpool's upcoming season and also the preseason. Also, I was so happy to see Dominic Szoboszlai, my fellow countryman, make his Liverpool debut in the preseason friendly against Karlsruhe, and I think he was pretty decent. He played on the left side of the midfield and the right side of the midfield, and he played the first half where Liverpool were leading 1-0 before Karlsruhe scored a brilliant equalizer. Szoboszlai completed 44 out of his 46 attempted passes in his first Liverpool game. He also completed 4 long balls out of 4 attempts. Not a bad first 45 minutes for my fellow countryman from Hungary. Seemed to thrive interchanging from left to right in midfield, and that's the brilliance about Dominic Szoboszlai, that he can play in any position in midfield apart from the defensive midfield role. And McAllister looked very comfortable on the right side of the pitch as well, and Diogo Jota will thrive with the through balls of Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister. He said that he already can't wait for the season to start, and Dominic Szoboszlai's pressing, you already could see in this first preseason friendly how good that is, that how much of a hard-working player he is. And with Salah, I think they will be very, very dangerous combination on the right side. And he has amazing stamina, amazing cardio of Dominic Szoboszlai. He just oozes class, and he's a bowler. Trust me, guys, you will absolutely love watching him play at Liverpool. And I really, really hope that both him and McAllister can stay fit for the whole season, because then we are in for one hell of a brilliant season from Liverpool. These are exactly the kind of midfielders that Liverpool were missing. Luis Diaz number 7, Szoboszlai number 8, Darwin Núñez number 9, and McAllister number 10. It's a shame Darwin Núñez didn't shoot first time, because he maybe was lacking a little bit in front of goal in the confidence, but he passed it to Salah, and then Salah luckily could get it back to Darwin Núñez, and he finished it off. So it's a good start for Darwin Núñez, for Jota, who scored 2 late goals to win the game. Karlsruhe scored 2 absolute blinding finishes. This first one is just a brilliant volley from Lars Stindl, who spent like the past 6 or 7 seasons at Borussia Mönchengladbach, having a great career in the Bundesliga. He went back to his first club, Karlsruhe, and he showed why he was still class at Borussia Mönchengladbach last season. But he's 34 years old, so his career is winding down. And then in the second half, Liverpool had basically 2 left backs who played almost like in midfield. Tsimikas and Scanlon, I think, was the other guy. And it left a huge gaping hole, which the Karlsruhe attacker Jung fully exploited, and he scored a brilliant goal. But then Liverpool equalized through Cody Gakpo after Jota's header, and Gakpo turned and finished, and Jota then with the lovely shimmy cutting inside the defender and finishing it, and then with the side foot after a brilliant through ball. It was a really, really good second half by Liverpool. And of course, defensively, it's still not the finished article, because we are basically without defensive midfielders, but hopefully Liverpool will be able to get one or two defensive midfielders in before the Premier League season starts. And Dominic Szoboszlai needs, of course, time to adapt to Liverpool playing style, but he already played in a Leipzig team who pressed high, and Dominic Szoboszlai honestly has the potential to be a generational talent. He is a mix of Steven Gerrard and Bobby Firmino. High defensive work rate, of course a little flat-footed defending one-on-one, but very strong on the ball. He has long shots like any midfielder, like Kevin De Bruyne, like Steven Gerrard. Maybe his long passing is not as good as Gerrard or De Bruyne, but his dribbling flair is similar to Bobby Firmino and similar build and pace as Cristiano Ronaldo. He's very weak in the air, I will say that. That's one of even though Dominic Szoboszlai is quite tall, he can't really head the ball very well. But from set pieces, from corners, from free kicks, from corner kicks, he's absolutely brilliant. And Liverpool having another brilliant set piece taker is of course a welcome addition. The problem is both Trent and Szoboszlai are right footed, so they will be competing for the same set pieces. And of course he was playing it safe for the majority of the game because he didn't want to make too many mistakes in his passing, but sooner or later he will come out of his shell even more and he will play with a lot more flair and a lot more excitement. So this was just the first glimpse of Dominic Szoboszlai, but he is definitely a player which will offer a lot to Liverpool, and I'm so excited to watch him grow and develop and become an even better world-class player at Liverpool. And there is an article in the Daily Mail saying that Crystal Palace will demand 70 million for Sheikh Doucouré as Liverpool show interest. There is no way we will bid 70 million for him. It's better to sign Sangare for 35 million and Lavia for like 45 or 60 million or 50 million, sorry. And that's it for all the stories that I could find in today's newspapers for you guys, but I will keep you guys updated. And the Karlsruhe game got me really excited for the new season. It's good to be back watching Liverpool play football, and I'm really excited about what Liverpool will do with this defensive midfield position. It will be very intriguing, and I will keep you guys updated, keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.